Try to tell them we up next, you can't stop that. This your favorite podcast. Every show is lit, baby. You know what we finna do. Slick gon' talk that slick talk, he gon' get political. Okay. Do not switch topics, niggas is toxic. Poppy shots don't always saying something wrong, but if you don't like it, what we saying, nigga, oh well. We try to tell you, baby, this might not go well. This might not go. Hey, that's it. One take. We're not even doing it again. Keep that. That's the one.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of This Might Not Go Well. Yeah. Episode 97. We in the building. You already know who it is. It's the host with the most, B Brezzy, aka Poppy Sazon.
Yes. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Slick Grayson. How y'all feeling out there?
Yeah. You already know how this goes. Please follow us on all social media. This might not go well. If you have any branding deals, business opportunities, please email us at thismightnotgowell@gmail.com. Episode 97. How you doing, brother? Let's do our weekly check-ins.
I'm all right. I'm not going for. I've been in a very reflective state in the last week or so. You know, I came off being sick, and then just nothing is going bad. Everything is actually pretty good. But I just think that around this time of year, I think it's important for everybody to just kind of take a step back and just reflect on everything that you've gone through, everything that you've been through, you know, the good, the bad, the ugly, the pretty, everything in between, and kind of just like, you know, just really accept whatever has happened, or, you know, try to really deal with any lingering things that you've had on your plate and get ready to start the new year. I know New Year's resolutions always sound dope, but I feel like, you know, like for me personally, these last, I'm going to say even 18 months have been up and down, a lot more downs than I probably ever experienced in one specific time frame. And I feel proud because I definitely feel stronger and more in tune with a lot of things around me. But it's also like there are things that, you know, as you do your review, you might kind of feel, you know, maybe I didn't handle a situation right, or damn, you know, I wish I would have spoke up in this case, or, you know, I wish I would have done this or done that. And it's okay to not have done that as long as you can, you know, kind of, if you did feel like you made mistakes, forgive yourself. If you do feel like you still have animosity and issues towards somebody, and they, you know, is it worth whatever how these feelings you're carrying? Like, it's a lot of layers to the different thing. Are you professionally where you need to be? Have you handled your business and that, your friends, your family, your finances, right? So I'm definitely in that kind of space right now, but I am happy to say that, we 97 in, you know, a lot of things that could be going poorly are going well, better than expected. And I don't even feel like, you know, I've even fully recovered from this 18-month ass whooping I've taken on and off. You feel me? But yeah, man, I'm just, like I said, living and existing in that reflective space, plotting on what's next, plotting on how to be a better man, better partner, better friend, better educator, better leader, better role model, just better photographer, better in every sense of the word. And I think that's just the space I'm occupying right now. But how you feeling?
No, I definitely agree with you. I think every day we should take a step to be the better version that we were yesterday. And yeah, self-reflection is key. You just gotta respect your journey sometimes. Not only understand it, but respect it. And also give yourself credit, especially for you. You know, your 18 months have been a whirlwind, but you handled that in stride. You know, and you learn so much about yourself. So I'm happy for that. But yeah, I've been, first of all, you gave me sickness. I don't know what you did. You passed your sickness along to me, even though we have not met physically in person. You passed. I don't know how you did it, but you did it.
Cough, bitch.
But I'm recovering from this whatever's going on in New York. This is swine flu all over again, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. This shit passing around like crack in the 80s.
You probably had RSV or whatever that shit is. That new shit that you get most of the COVID symptoms, but it's not COVID. Like, that's what I think I had, because I was out of it. Like, when I say the congestion, not being able to breathe, the headache, the face pains, like, and there's no medicine for it. Like, you literally just have to take that shit.
Yeah. Shout out to Mucinex. All in one. That shit saved me, bro. I was taking them shits every 4 hours. But I really want to touch more back. I want to get back serious with the topic that you was talking about before in your check-in, just reflection and just trying to be better. I feel like do you think the need for you to be better and comes with the pressure of being black?
Yes and no. I think that naturally, as a black man, there's a pressure if you are like holding yourself accountable, and even this is outside of just even blackness. And as a person, if you're holding yourself accountable and to a standard, you're always going to strive to be better. I feel like when you stop trying to be better, and this is not to say comfort is bad, but when you stop working on little incremental things, like that's the path to death long term, because it's like you're just existing. And I think I don't just want to exist. I've talked on this podcast about my battles with depression, anxiety, and things like that, like real clinically diagnosed shit. Like, and I've existed for long periods of time. And I think to want to be better is just like, yo, I understand. I self-assess. I don't want to say I don't think I'm good. I know I'm good at stuff, but I don't think I'm great at anything. And I think that the stuff that I'm good at, my natural disposition of laziness and nonchalantness I'm not as good or as great as I should be in that, like, anxiety about sharing my shit with the world. Like, this is great because I don't got to show my face. So it's like I can lie, say that's not me. You feel me? But I think like that idea of just like pushing myself to be better and holding myself accountable. And now like I'm in the space of also trying to hold those around me accountable. Like, you know, not in the sense like, yo, do better, nigga, but it's like, yo, like we can grow.
Don't do stupid shit, bro. Like if you had a homeboy that was cheating and whatnot, like, yo, your girl holding you down, bro. She doing right by you, bro. Do right by her type stuff.
This might not go. I might not snitch though.
Oh yeah, no. We gonna snitch.
I was like, wait,
no snitching. But we gonna pull the homie to the side. Like,
you sure?
Get your act together.
I'm just like, you sure? Yeah. I mean, what if it's yo? I see that on Twitter. It was like, yo, what if you fuck you fuck the shorty you was crushing on, you her coochie's that you gonna be mad you wasted a body. Now you gonna be in trouble and you ain't even enjoy yourself.
You feel me? So don't do that to yourself. But I definitely understand what you mean by holding people around you accountable, because I think I said this before in a couple other episodes, but the cliche shit that we always hear about life and just in general, they shit really has some truth to it. You're a reflection of the company that you keep. If everybody else around you is elevating, that's going to naturally make you want to elevate. But if everybody else is doing some ungodly things, that's going to make you want to do some things on their own. That's going to have an influence on you. And it's just the progression. And the reason why I asked that first question was, I don't know, maybe I'm looking at the box, looking outside the box for like other people. But I feel like with just being black, we have that chip on our shoulders that we have to keep striving. We got to keep striving. We can't look back, because I'm looking like back in the days. Some of the stuff that we have currently, the people back in the days would have been satisfied with that. They don't want to mind. They want to strive for more. They wouldn't want to acquire new skills, build some new stuff. They'll be happy with just a nice job, a nice place to live, and take care of their family. But now we in a generation where this is not enough for me. I can't be complacent. I gotta do more. I gotta be more. And I was like, does that come from watching the older generation and how they handle through life?
I think that it stems from this idea. Think about it in our generation, our age group especially. I think a lot of us, those boxes that were kind of laid out by our parents in society, go to school, get a good job, get a degree, maybe get an extra degree, travel, all those benchmarks. Our friend group and a lot of people in our age have hit those shits by like 25, honestly, 26. Yeah. So it's like, what is the new metric? And then we're also seeing like people, and I don't want to say it's internet flaunting, but it's like you see people that you came up with doing things, and you're like that competitive edge. You're like, yo, damn, I'm doing good here, but I could do what they're doing. It's like almost like, oh, I could do that. I could do tech. I could do YouTube. I could do potting. All these different skills. I think it's just like, but there's so much more opportunity or freedom of thought and freedom of movement to do things that now is like, well, I could push for these different things. I could have 2 jobs and bring in 120,000. I could have a side hustle that's netting me an extra 40,000. I always wanted to try it. Like, there's no limit on what you can and can't do. It's accessibility between YouTube, Twitter, like all these platforms that are out you kind of can pick and choose and see what people are doing and better it. People are dropping blueprints, even if they're leaving out some steps, you could kind of fill in those gaps. It pushes us. And then go back to your earlier point about us as men, especially black men, is like, we've been told societally we ain't shit for a lot of.
And we got to work twice as hard to get half of what they have.
Yeah, and like we're lagging behind our Caucasian counterparts, our Asian counterparts, our female counterparts are more educated than us. So it's like, I think as a man, it's like, you're telling me I need to be this, and that to get that, and this. Is like, I have to push forward. And it's like, you almost feel like you're not respected. And I think that's the key term. I think in my journey through manhood the last 18 months, I've learned to prioritize respect over a lot. And I think that as a good black man, I think a lot of us in this generation are striving to be good black men, meaning we take care of our responsibilities. If we got a shorty, we taking care of that to the extent that, makes sense. We are, pushing and striving to be career and family and, superstars in our respective lives. And as you should. I think that now we're just in that position of like, yo, I don't want to be an ancient guy. I'm striving to be a good black man and push and grow. And are we going to make mistakes? Absolutely. But we can't just be satisfied with, I'm going to throw a number out, like $70,000. Like, especially living in certain places like New York, Cali, Florida. Like, There's so much opportunity out there. You can't really afford to rest in your life. I guess that's even like for me, thinking about my depressed errors and anxiety filled errors is like, I'm like, how much time did I waste crying about spilled milk when I could have been pushing? And I'm not saying that you can't like heal and take time to grow, but it's like channel that energy into something more productive, something better. I think that's kind of like, again, where I'm at right now. It's like, well, X, Y, and Z happened over these 18 months, but now it's like, all right, bet I probably missed out on at least 8 months of progression. And it's like, I'm doing shit now, like working on video, learning how to video edit and shoot video, being confident taking videos, being confident taking pictures, learning new shit. This is like, for me, that I could have probably done 3 years ago and been making X mad loot. But it's just like, yo, now it makes sense. We're pushing. And I think, like I said, we're just striving.
I definitely agree with that because I have those thoughts of, oh, Brian, if you had started this 2, 4, 5 years ago, you could have, even with this pod, remember we keep talking about it? We like literally before podcast wasn't really a thing. We kind of was one of the first, really, to be honest with you. We could have been one of the pioneers of this shit if we had started at that time. Yeah. But
I was
actually
scared.
I
was scared. I didn't know what that shit was. It's not to be a trendsetter. Like, I ain't going front.
Oh, yeah. But I actually kind of like that we started the podcast when we have, because I think me and you have more life experience. We have more to offer to the podcast than we did when we first thought about it. Because when we first thought about it, we was seniors in freaking college.
Bro, I was going through a bad breakup. I was like fuck these hoes.
So we really had nothing to really talk about per se, except for young nigga shit. But I like that. I'm realizing I had to detach myself from that sort of thinking of 2 or 3 years. Well, I have to start, which is kind of, I don't want to put it as my New Year's resolution. I'm just trying to take it into go now. I'm trying to, hey, if I have the idea, don't worry that you didn't do this 2 or 3 years ago. You have the idea now. Go about accomplishing it now. And that's something that I've been working on myself a lot lately. Because sometimes when you start thinking like that, it makes you, it demotivates you a little bit. It makes you don't want to go for it because it's kind of like, damn, am I too late? And if everybody else is doing it, do I look like a copycat? Like, no, bro. Go strive. Go do it. If you have the thoughts, you think you can do it, you feel like you could bring something different to whatever you're doing, go for it. You hear me?
That's a fact. I think that's, like I said, we was talking off air. Like, my big focus right now is like developing young men, because I feel like it's something that, as like, I just remember being their age and being so fucking lost and not knowing where to go. Especially like, I had an uncle that worked. My grandfather was down, so I never thought to ask them about work and girls and stocks and shit like that. I didn't trust my dad's judgment, and then like the people that male I interacted with on a daily, older white men, they were cool, but it was like culturally they couldn't really, emotionally we could vibe, but it's like culturally they don't understand how certain things like why like you think about why the black and brown kids so obsessed about girls and shit, as opposed to going out and having fun and having the ability to do that. It's like now I'm in a position where it's like that is something I care about, making sure that the boys have a voice and even the little girls have a voice to get their shit off. Like, all right, cool, I hear you, I see you, but it's also like we gotta figure out ways to manage that and apply that and not make it our end all be all. And like I said, going back earlier, I said like, yo, right now, what I've really learned in my 30 years is that love is great. The love of a passion for a skill, a person, a career, a hobby, anything is great. But if you can't cultivate it with respect to the craft, respect for yourself, respect for the people around you, it's not going to go. I think with the podcast, much as, I'll be like, I don't give a fuck. Like, when we do this shit, I take it serious. I respect what we're doing. I respect the bond that we've cultivated and the audience we've done. When it comes to teaching, I respect those young people's time. And like, yo, I respect the way that they feel about me. And I'm seeing that that's something that you want to work with. Relationship. Like we say, you cultivate that respect between you and your partner, things can fly so easy. You feel me? And, again, and acknowledging, sometimes you make me like, in all aspects of life, somebody can be disrespectful. And how you handle that disrespect, that's really where you see the growth. And I guess that's where, like, we're pushing with these young people. We're pushing with us as a community. It's like, we're demanding respect, but, do all our actions, say that that's where we're going for, So definitely big pushes on our end to make sure that everybody is growing, everybody is self-reflecting, looking at themselves, looking at their total situations, and, just growing. So,
yeah, and I definitely agree. And I think one thing that need to be respected is yourself. I feel like a lot of people don't respect themselves, whether they're subconscious or conscious about it. I know sometimes I don't respect myself with certain decisions that I've made, and I'm working on that. I'm learning that and learning to be more and to respect myself more. Because at the end of the day, love is respect and respect is love. Yeah. At least in my book.
No, I feel you. I just feel like it's easier to love somebody than it is to respect them, if that makes sense. Because I'm like, you could love everything about a person, but if you don't respect them or your actions don't show respect, you can risk alienating them or alienating the skill. And like, as we said, relationships mean the most, and it's the professional world, all of these things that we're talking about. So you got to show that love. You got to show that respect. But make sure, like I said, at the end of the day, you had to pick one. I don't know. I used to say I would pick love. I think I'm always going to.
Oh no,
I'm always being on the side of respect. I've learned I'm always being on the side of respect. And once disrespect is in the chat, is like, all right, we can figure it out. I'm never going to quit on anybody, but just know shit.
I know we didn't start the show yet, but this is a great conversation because I feel like love. Everybody has this positive view on love, and that's good. And you should have a positive view, but love is not that one-sided.
You could love for a motherfucker could change real quick.
And that's what I mean. Like, a lot of time people think of love, oh my God, this positive thing, but love have negative things to it. Not saying love is a bad thing, but I feel like, I don't know what the word I want to use. Love is ominous, not ominous, but magnanimous, sort of like it's in between both. It's how you use it sort of thing. Mm-hmm. But with respect comes with certain things that I say fits. If you have love for me, that doesn't mean that you want to hurt me. Absolutely. You can hurt me, but still love me.
Absolutely.
But if you respect me, you probably could, nothing is over as one side, but there's probably a less chance that you would do something.
There's a different level you probably take it to. If you respect somebody, all right, no matter how, I don't want to say damage, but whatever you're going through, how far you could take it, or I'm tweaking. Versus like with love, when a love go, or you have a lapse in love, it's like, yo, I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want. This motherfucker can't say nothing. Then you start throwing out words like, you start reframing. Oh, this you trying to control me? You be crazy, da 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 da. And everybody's been in those spaces, but it's like, yo, it's that respect that really cultivates in everything. And I'll talk, like I said, with the kids, they can love you dearly, but then it's like you teach them that respect, and not necessarily through fear. But the idea of like, yo, I'm here for you. I will give you whatever you need, but you want to respect whatever the fuck we got going on. It's a different world.
You respect my time for taking my time out to teach you these things, and then I'm gonna respect your time while doing the proper research to give you this knowledge the right way.
Same thing with the OGs. Again, same thing with your partner, your ladies, your fellas, whatever you into. Like, same thing with your hobbies. You like, again, you could love something to do something, but are you respecting the craft? Are you learning the intricacies of it? Are you taking the easy way out? Are you respecting yourself? Respect for self, like you said, is so fucking important. And I think, we always say love yourself, but loving yourself can look like so many different things, and it can be detrimental because you might love yourself in the totally wrong way. And some people might be like, what? Like, you could love yourself into a detriment. Like, somebody could love themselves, but you're looking for negative outlets to show that love.
You could love yourself while hurting yourself.
Absolutely.
Hopefully everybody who deals with mental health issues get the proper help. But I know some people who love themselves but still cut themselves. The cutting on the wrist. I know a couple people that went through that, but they love themselves, but they love themselves in a negative way.
It's like they don't know how to express it, and then but you respect yourself. You'll look for the proper outlets to be like, yo, you know what? I was tweaking, and I think being able to say you was tweaking or you're bugging out as a good form of respect, because you're like, yo, I'm noticing, like, yeah, well, however I'm handling this is not working. I need to do something different. I think a lot of times people will, I don't want to say wallow, but they will wallow and reside in a space of like, yo, I'm just going to do this bullshit because it makes sense. I'm gonna cheat because at this point I don't know how to handle this. I don't know how to have this conversation. I don't know how to say X, Y, and Z. It's like, yo, I understand that. I completely sympathize, but how is that gonna make your situation better? Or I'm going to hurt myself. Like, all right, you're hurting yourself. Now you're physically damaging the one body you have because of you don't want to, or you don't know how to, find the help you need. So, like, again, going into 2023, we're coming in, this almost 3 years post-COVID. The world, as much as the world wants to go back to normal, it will never be normal. We got mystery illnesses. We got, the whole digital world. Everything that popped off in COVID is somehow being forced and mitigated into a box like it never happened. Like, just take the time to really self-analyze and self-evaluate and just think about who have you been and what have you been during this last year, 18 months, even post, as soon as COVID started, post-COVID, and put yourself in a position to grow. Think about how you can be better, how you can do whatever, accomplish it. Yo, set a goal, set a dreams, fuck resolutions. You wanted to try some shit. Who says it's going to work? But if you can't,
as long as you tried.
Yeah, you can't fail if you never try. And who knows, you might try something and it'll open the door to something else. Like, oh shit, opportunity, ... But yeah, man, I mean, we don't got too many wild topics to talk about, so let's give them a little show.
Let's get into it. I hope y'all enjoy this shit. You feel me? I be saying that we be talking bullshit. We get our bag sometimes. Alrighty, so we got some stuff to talk about this week. First of all, I want to send condolences to this actress who I grew up watching in the 90s. R.I.P. to Kristie Alley. Oh man, because one of the movies that I used to watch as a kid, because I don't know, for all my NY City kids who grew up in the 90s, you already know Channel 9, UPN 9, and Channel 11 was the two shows that you went back and forth as a kid growing up. And one of the things on Saturdays and Sundays, especially for Channel 11, they used to play a lot of movies. That's how I saw Air Bud, and Honey, I Shrunk the Kids and all that. But, not only she was known for her favorite role in Cheers, but the movie that I love her most was Look Who's Talking, Look Who's Talking Too, when it was basically the baby movie where the babies was outsmarting, they was a little smart and it was like messing with the parents and whatnot. But Kristie Alley, you did well. Lost the fight to cancer, but we wish you well. Sending condolences to your family.
Absolutely. Remember, y'all, health is wealth. Make them doctors mirror and physicals and annual checkups. Go get checked out. Find your supplements, like your RIP. And just make sure health is wealth again.
Yeah. Now, BG. We're not talking about BG from Cash Money. We're talking about Brittney Griner has finally been released from Russia. And she's technically home now, right? I don't know how many hours it is from Russia to here, but
she on her way. That's still a wild trade. They traded her for the arms dealer, but I mean, at the end of the day,
the merchant of death. Oh my God!
But she's home with her family, so we shout that out. We definitely, there's another common thread that we on social media and things like that. I just hate how fickle social media is, because as soon as it was all free BG, then they said, oh, they trade her for an arms dealer. Everybody's like, oh, wait a minute, I don't know if I already did that. Can we get the Marine back too? And I was just like, yo,
there was over here L trade. I'm like, oh damn,
niggas just talk just to talk. And I think, again, that's why as I'm on social media, I go on and I'm just like, yo, we're lost. Some of us are lost. Like, it's just a point where, all these stupid ass, fake ass skits, all these, everybody thinks they like that, they want to get the joke off, as opposed to yo, all right, well, this was some serious shit. And we deemed it some serious shit a while ago. So the fact that it's happening, let's just show love, condolences to anybody that has anybody incarcerated or, felt away because the Marine wasn't brought back. Hopefully we can get him home soon as well. But it's they'll take the victories that we can get.
Yeah. And he was locked up since 2010. So no, 2008. The Merchant of Death victim.
Oh, Victor, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. But shout out to BG. Finally, you feel me? I ain't gonna lie, they said that stud video. I remember the woman that was dancing for
Oh no.
Okay, I understand you hate social media sometimes, but social media definitely got some gems in it.
It has. Do you know what it is? It has the gems, but now it's too much forced funny. I can't respect it.
You're right, but that video, like, what possessed those studs to be in the video dancing free BG? You know what? Let's go for it. Shout out to them.
Before we move on, I guess this will be a subtle transition. How you feel about your girl Kalani dancing on the Black Panther, Letitia Wright?
She said she a lesbian. I said, me too. I thought she was in a whole relationship this whole entire time.
You know, girl, I'm not gonna say this whole ex. Never mind. Stop. You know when girls claim gay, they could do whatever they want. Come on.
I ain't gonna lie. I've been seeing a lot about Kalani lately, and yo, YG, I hate you, my nigga. Like, you made her get off a dick. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I was pissed off at YG. You know why I fuck with YG heavy.
This is the part where we get canceled for the week. But nah, it's
nah, because YG that's the last nigga that she was fucking.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, not the last nigga she was with.
Shout out to Kalani. Like I said, I just like when we did that the kill fuck marriage.
She been going crazy though too. She been twerking that little butt cheeks. I see. She
too fickle.
I identify.
She's too fickle for me. I said it. I was like, shout out to my boo sis about to drop too. I'm glad you seen the picture, so you could say you did say off wax you was gonna rearrange your top 3, your kill fuck marry.
Oh no, but then I realized I saw the before and after picture.
That's fine. I ain't say I was marrying her.
Yes, you did.
I did. I said I'm smashing that, and I said I'm marrying Janae because I want my chakras realigned, and she would be fun. And she made Pussy Fairy one of my top 10 songs since the pandemic. So yeah, don't do that. I come with receipts, boo boo.
You don't see how my girl Kalani giving it up to Letitia over there?
She's scissoring. It's not happening. You can't. She gonna look at you like, ew, gross. What is that? Put that away.
Hold on.
She gonna want to grind.
Let me get a wig.
She gonna want to grind. She gonna want to grind on your hip crease. Cut it out.
Come on now. We put a wig on. You feel me? Water. Yeah. Water.
Mm-hmm, nope. She gonna be like, ew, put that away. I don't like that.
Oh man. Okay. Now, in other sports news, Deion Sanders officially left Jackson State, my fault, University to go play for Colorado State. What's your thoughts?
It's twofold. Because I know he when he got the job, he pretty much established that he was trying to rebuild the vision of HBCUs, and he was there for the long haul. He's making $300,000. He donated half his salary, but again, you sold the dream. Once you sell the dream, a lot of people gonna hold you accountable because they're assuming that your success, you're gonna try to trickle down to other programs. He got like 15 times the amount of money he was getting at Jackson. I think he got like $300,000 at Jackson. He's getting $5 million a year at Colorado. He's getting an opportunity that a lot of black coaches would love to coach at Power 5, even though historically, recently, Colorado has been ass for like the last 20 years. But he has a lot of top recruits coming to Colorado now. He told the people on the team that was so he's like, yeah, you might want to hit that transfer portal because I got some luggage coming. He got a couple of 5 stars, a lot of transfers.
His son,
like he got a lot of talent coming. I do feel for the HBCUs, but I know Jackson State wasn't mad because I feel like in those 3 years he was there, 2 championships. He donated half his salary to have them get a state of the art.
Nah, they played that bad video of him, that bad song. They remember. Of them say like, "Oh, we don't need you." Goodbye, sort of thing.
Yeah, I mean, but you're gonna be, especially if you're in the elements. Think about all the good he did in 3 years. Imagine if he stayed there for 10. How much good would happen? And it's not, but it's not uncommon for college coaches. There's always move up,
And that's exactly why I'm upset that people are calling him a sellout and everything. We complain, especially in college. In football in general, college, NFL, that they're not giving enough of these Power 5 school positions to African Americans. Matter of fact, not African Americans, just minorities, we're just going to put. Right? They're not giving these positions to minorities. There's finally a Power 5 school giving a position to a minority. We should be celebrating Deion than trying to hold him back. Because you know what happens with Deion? He's going to go to Colorado. That staff, more black people going to come in. The students, he's going to recruit some more black students to come in there and play. And and then if he does well, it gives opportunity in the future for more Black coaches to be part of Power 5 school. We always talk about we want a foot in the door. Once we get a foot in the door, we crying about it. I love what he did for Jackson State. I think he did a great job. He did more than probably any other coach I think of, to be honest with you. Just bringing artists through, bringing different podcasts, just bringing different media. He had different comedians. He had, you name it, he brought Spotlight over there. Let him move up. This is what happened. We should be congratulating the man. We should be hoping he does very well. So we could have more opportunities like this.
Of course, I agree. Like I said, I can understand the sting of it. You want your own to stay dedicated to your own, but again, people was like Deion gonna be Deion, and I think that if we accepted that, and we knew that early on, it's like it's not a hard pill to swallow. Like again, don't sell dreams if you know that this is not your final destination. I agree with that statement a whole lot. But at the same point,
but we really know he wants to be an NFL coach.
Yeah, no, 100%. He definitely went the route where he didn't have to be somebody's assistant. Like he wanted to be the star of the show, and I respect it. He did what Deion Sanders is known for doing. I'm not mad at him at all. I just I can sympathize with those people that had that bought into the dream that all right, Deion Sanders is going to be here for 5. He's going to fill out his contract to do 5 to 10 years and, build up the HBCUs across the board and encourage other coaches to come in and take over these historically Black colleges and university football teams and build them up. And I think that still can be a thing. It's just, I think the charisma of how he did it was just dope. He made sure that he was seen and it tied him. What's to say, I don't know, I'm just going to throw out famous Black retired. What's to say a Michael Vick can't do that? What's to say Donovan McNabb can't do that? And I think that's the door that's open. You see, like there was that conversation a few years back about athletes, black athletes saying, I'm going to go to HBCUs, but it's the resources. Master P went, and when he left, they said, yeah, the resources aren't enough. This is what we've seen. You bring in somebody of notoriety.
And they're not ready to compete with Power 5 schools.
At all.
Because I know during the time he was the coach, they were talking about, have a match with Alabama or some other schools. And he was like, hell no, I'm not about to leave my kids for slaughter.
That's a fact.
Which is understandable.
That's a fact. You got a team that's habitually for the last 30, 40 years getting the top recruiting class, having multiple first round picks. But now he levels the playing field. A Colorado versus Alabama. Now he's like, it's a Power 5 school with a budget. They said that interest for season tickets is going up. They said a lot of those. He had a lot. Remember, he had top 5 recruits coming to Jackson State. Imagine what he's going to do now with Colorado.
He actually had the number 1 player, Travis Hunter.
Yeah, so imagine what he can do in Colorado. So I'm excited to see it. I do feel for the HBCUs that feel like they're going to be pushed further into the dark, but I think the blueprint is there. And let's hope. Let's be hopeful that a lot of other athletes have paid attention and took watch, and they can replace him with a very capable another Black coach at Jackson State
and take the reign. Go take the reign, like you said, Michael Vick. I'm
just saying now, Black athletes.
But any other prominent Black athlete, Black Cam Newton. I don't know if you're gonna play again. I know you still want us to play, but hey, Auburn is looking for a coach. Hey, go see about that. You feel me? Go do something. Go. This should be look more like a celebration than more of a sellout. Oh, you're a coon and all that. Stop that. But SNL happened, right? Speaking of, we talked about SZA performing at SNL, and also we had a brilliant monologue by Keke Palmer when she announced her pregnancy, looking all glowing and everything. What's your thoughts on Keke Palmer?
Shout out Keke, congratulations. We shout out her. I mean, we've seen Keke Palmer. She grew up with us. So it's a beautiful thing. I'm really happy for her. Yeah, man, there's not too much to say about it. Just shout out to you. Great skits. I really enjoyed the Drake's Baby Mamas or the United Tings of Drake skit that she did. That shit was hilarious.
He got a bar coming for you next. I hope he got a bar coming for you. He gonna bar your head top.
Whatever, nigga.
6 God. Now, shout out to Keke Palmer. I definitely forgetting she's like a year or two younger than us, to be honest with you. She's like 28, 27 sort of thing. But she finally. But also what I didn't get that people was calling her ugly. I'm like, wait, since when Keke Palmer was ever ugly?
She's not ugly. She definitely not ugly. She's just loud. Yo, you saw the shit she met. Her Angela Bassett got put in the same room. That shit was fire. I was like, that was happy.
Yeah.
She was like, you lie and you cheat and I don't want you. I was like, yo, that was word for word. You dope. That's dope. So shout out to Keke Palmer.
She's been around. She always got a job. She always been about her business. Shout out to you,
stay working. Shout out to
hopefully you have a
Keke.
safe pregnancy.
Absolutely.
All right. You put this on this docket. Your man from Toronto over here, Tory Lanez. What's the updates you want to?
Oh, they had him with another charge. I think it was like unlawful discharge of a firearm or something. But I know the cop that did the investigation is also not going to testify.
Been relieved of his duty.
Yeah, he's not testifying either. So I don't know, man. When I saw the charge, I was like, oh, that's just they throwing stuff out here. And I'm not, again, like I said, have I been able to separate the artist and the art and the person? I'm not going to shy away from it. I've been listening to his music. But I also feel like it's tough because it's like you want to protect black women. We will never know. There's a thin line for the truth in this case that we will probably never ever know. Even if he is found guilty or not. If he's, I'm pretty sure based on the new charge, they're going to find him not guilty or they're trying to find something to stick. But I think that we will never know truly what happened that night. So it's like even if he's found not guilty in the court of law and the court of public opinion, he's still going to be said. They're going to say you shot Meg because he's done a lot of dickhead shit outside of that.
And then you just got into house arrest for beating August not too long ago.
Yeah. So it's like it's not a good look, but it's also like, all right, well, we'll see. And Meg has been shockingly quiet recently. I kind of miss her on the timeline. I ain't seen no twerking videos.
Because she realized she jumped out of her body trying to come after Drake when that bar was just really just yeah, you know what I mean? Because she went all crazy because literally when that album dropped, we're in like the first 10 minutes.
Oh, she said he was sucking dick.
Yeah. Wait, what?
She called him pussy, like basically because she said stop sucking my pussy or some shit like that.
Yeah. So she started going on a whole rant about that, and then after that she went quiet afterwards. Even though shout out to her though, she was Forbes 30 under 30, the cover of that.
I sincerely hope, like I said, I'm hoping that there's clarity for all parties involved in the situation. I fear if it comes back not guilty, it's going to be a lot of people that immediately go to she was fucking lying. And again, like we've said, a lot of shit about the case doesn't add up on both sides.
Bro, this case stressed me out because I don't want to wish, because first of all, I'm upset already with y'all trying. Now, granted, side, but I just don't like the whole against him with no actual evidence. Like if he had some videos or something, maybe I could be 100% on y'all side. But he's basically guilty until proven innocent from starting out.
Yeah, I think that's the case. There's always going to be, especially in the court of public opinion, it's always going to be that way. Once somebody says you did something, even once because remember, the accusation is always a lot louder than the verdict, especially when the verdict is the opposite of what the accusation was. So, like I said, I hope that they're good. I hope that, whatever comes out, that they both find peace in whatever they're dealing with. Meg, I miss you.
Yeah, we need some more hot girl shit, Meg. Gabrielle Union and Boosie. I don't understand why this keeps showing up every few months, man. Obviously, y'all probably familiar with what Boosie has to say about David Wade's daughter, Dwayne Wade's daughter. But
I'll say Damon Wayne, nigga, what?
My fault. I'm a little sick, so if you hear me, but. Recently, Gabrielle Union made some comments about Boosie. What's your thoughts on that?
What did she say? Didn't she say he was gay or something like that? Alluded
to
the fact
that and then this sparked a whole lot of debate on Twitter because some people was upset that she was kind of
defending,
insulting his sexuality.
I mean, again, can you ever really win? Is there ever a one-sided argument on Twitter? I don't give a fuck about Twitter arguments. I think that when you really take into account scenario, right? Boosie has. I don't call him a homophobe.
Wait. You want to play? I just sent it to you.
Which way you sent
what Gabrielle's saying.
All right, hold on.
Because I did, because Boosie shut up about it the whole time.
All right, let's hear.
But I understand she defended it. Oh, go.
So good, Sorry, Boosie. He's so preoccupied.
Yeah, he is. Very
It's
much
almost
so.
like thou doth protest too much, little booze.
I'm gonna look.
You got a lot of dick on your mind.
I mean, it's
Throw
like
that out there.
It's like Zaya and Lil Nas X living his head.
For free, rent free.
Like what?
It's like, sir, something you want to just go ahead and tell us. This is a safe space.
No, for real.
Damn. That was an ether level.
Well,
bar.
Boosie responded, "The whole world know I love women. The whole world know your husband love dick. I hope you don't think blacks look at y'all like a power couple. They don't. I have refused to talk about y'all in interviews, and here you go. Go bang him with that dildo and wait on a script, you little white girl."
Damn, that's because she said she.
That's some shots.
That's because she said
That's some shots.
That's because she said she eat his ass in her book. I would have been like, "Babe, what are you doing?" First and foremost, why are you telling him what you do to me? Why? You know that's gonna be the headline. I'd have been tight. That's what he get for cheating. That was one of those. That's the cheating for, you know how somebody do some fuck shit. You got to let me get some wild shit off. That was her wild shit. But I don't know, man. I think like I know the big thing.
I mean, when you come after someone's kid, it's like all hands off.
But that was the argument.
All bets off.
That was the argument that it was like, oh, she shouldn't say that. I'm like, the kid lives with her and Dwayne Wade. Like, she's Dwayne Wade's wife, and that child has been with them since he was what, 4, 5?
Mm-hmm.
Like, and he's estranged from his mother in some respects. She doesn't have custody. You know, they've had their issues. Like, for lack of better purpose, that's his day-to-day mom. That's her kid, and we understand Gabrielle Union's like history. She almost couldn't have, because she had to have, her daughter was born to be a surrogate, if I'm correct, right? So
yeah.
So you got to think, like, in some cases there was a chance she would never have her own children. Those Dwayne Wade's children, she does see as her kids, and you protect your kids, especially in a time where, like, I understand that Zaya Wade is very young, like what, 15, 16, something like that, possibly getting the transition surgery. She identified as homosexual early on, like, and then transitioned to want to be a woman. Like, I get it. It's very taboo. A lot of people are not comfortable with it. And we said a few weeks back, we said something along the lines of like, yo, like, it's different. It's a different world in those celebrity households. You know, them kids grow up a lot faster, you know?
And they got a lot more resources and counseling that the average person don't have.
Yeah. And I'm like, you don't have to agree with it, but at the end of the day, that's their family prerogative. Now, in terms of the shots at Boosie, like you said, if you're talking about my kid, who I see as my kid, I'm coming for you. And I mean, just from an observer's perspective, you see the fact anytime something, for lack of a better word, in my Riley Freeman voice, gay happens, Boosie be mad as shit. He do, and nobody saying you don't like women and shit, but you've done some suspect shit. Like, you have your like young son about to get like trying to get some pussy or some shit like that. When you was calling about,
he actually got some pussy.
Oh, like I'm saying, or like, you know, like it can be prescribed that, yo, my man Boosie definitely do. I don't know if he's just super homophobic or, you know, some shit doesn't happen. He got some trauma when it comes to you know, gay people.
I just think it's a regional thing. You know, Boosie's from the South.
That's true.
It's not like New York. I feel like with New York, even before social media and everything, I think we all grew up understanding, like, you know, we from New York City. There's always been gay people around, regardless of where we had a whole community for them. Soho, Chelsea, you know, that's when people be like, oh yeah, that's where people from the LGBTQ
that's where they
community
hang out. That's where
at.
they be at. Yeah.
But someone who's from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, especially from the South, where the culture is different, they probably don't see that many of them. Now coming into, mind you, he's a murderer. He's been in jail multiple times for mad years. Come out and see all of this. This can be a culture shock for him. Now, I definitely don't agree with his stance and what he's been saying, especially with the Lil Nas X and everything else. But I can't fault Gabrielle Union, because at the end of the day, she has to deal with the daughter at home and what she's going through. While y'all all making comments about the situation, whether she should go through the process or not, she has to sit here and be strong and be a pillar of strength for her daughter. And I can't blame the stepmom for defending what's hers. That's my part.
100%. And then Boosie got dick on his mind. Whatever. Who cares? It's 2022. I'm gonna laugh I'm gonna laugh in silence and support you, my nigga. Have fun. Clap, clap. Relax.
All right, well, Slick, would you be someone assistant for 2K?
I wouldn't qualify. I'm a straight black man.
Now, Summer Walker, come on, Summer Walker. You in your probably last trimester for your pregnancy, baby girl. You know, you've been off the news. Nobody, you know, even though they slighted you for the Grammys, niggas was on your side. But you asking for someone to be your assistant, particularly a gay white man, for 2K and must have their own car. Slick, go ahead, please, because
she was tweaking. I mean, that's
in this economy.
Yeah, I'm about to say she was bugging the fuck out. And I think the funny part was people were more mad that she didn't say a straight black man could qualify. Y'all niggas wasn't mad that she was undercharging you. She wanted you to work in a sweatshop. That was the part that got me like, I was like, what the fuck, $2,000? Oh, I wish they told me I was making $2,000 a month. I ain't never seen $2,000 a month from like a main job. Because you could imagine what you want to do.
Got to be 85 or older, based in Atlanta, know how to build stuff.
She wants a man. She wants a man she could send home. She might be on her Kalani wave. She might be about to be scissoring. And just wants a man that's going to take care of certain shit.
Oh, nah. I ain't going to lie to you. That's even less than minimum wage out here, bro. What's going on over here?
Man, I ain't even worried about it. Hope nobody signed up for that dumbass job. All that money she making, that album still slapping. Come on, Summer, do better.
And also doesn't give a fuck about who I am or my music. So the gay person gonna possibly know who you are.
Not the white gays. They don't sing Summer Walker. No, I've never heard a white gay sing Summer Walker. Not like I said it. Never seen a white. My fault. I forgot we recorded. I've never seen a white homosexual or white people in general reference Summer Walker, if we're being 100% honest. But I get it. Maybe she would.
But is Summer Walker popular amongst the gays?
That's a good poll to put out. I don't know how you gonna politically word that, but you drop that on the Instagram and let me know what.
No, we good. We ready to get love cancellation for all the stuff. Let's not actively go seek cancellation.
All we gotta do is start another podcast and change the name. It's fine. Like, we're back.
That's a fact. This will go well.
like another round. Round 2.
All right, Cardi B anxiety. You want to go off of that?
Essentially, people have been questioning, you know, Cardi B has had several hit singles features over the last couple of years since her debut album, Grammy Award-winning multi-platinum album, Invasion of Privacy. And people have been like, yo, where's your sophomore follow-up? I feel like every time she gets ready for a rollout, she either has a baby or, you know, a single doesn't hit the way she thought it was going to hit. And she basically says she's been suffering with anxiety about dropping her second album. And we all know, you really know what you got with an artist by that second album. Sometimes the first album, you got the resources, you got the story you've been building for years for that moment, and telling
you got the element of surprise because a lot of people don't know what you're gonna put on the album.
That's a fact. We just supporting you because we fuck with you because of a good song or two. Excuse me. And now it's like she's worried, and it's like, damn, if you drop the album numbers wise, all you got to do is put WAP and up there, and then Thot shit, and that shit is automatically going platinum the first week. But it's like,
but I think she really cares about female rap. And also, she also wants to shit on Nicki, so she don't want to put no bullshit out there that doesn't get the, because you already know
how many.
Because I think that's probably another reason why she doesn't release an album, because it's kind of like if shit not hitting on all cylinders or pushing the female rap agenda, is a fail to her. Well, because you already know the Barbs is after her.
Well, to that point, Nicki's second album sucked. Nicki's second album was terrible. Roman's Revenge.
Don't. We try to not get cancellation.
It had good.
This is we don't disrespect Barbs or the hot.
It's not about that, but it's about being conscious and saying like, yo, there was like when she did the reloaded version, she had good singles on there, but as a piece of work, that album was all over the place. It was nowhere near Pink Friday. And then what was the Pink Print was fire. Like, she has good projects in her catalog, but I'm saying Roman's Revenge was terrible as an album. There's like 4 songs that had replay value. And I think it was because she was in that pocket of, you know, as a female artist, when you have the world in the palm of your hand, you're trying to do a lot. And I think Cardi B's in the same spot. You had Up, you had WAP, big record after big record, Thot shit as a third single. Typically third singles don't hit. Like a third single popping off after the 2 major first ones is kind of rare in the music industry. If you really think about like the amount, you have to really be that person to really.
But I think she also got scared because the record between her, Lil Durk, and Kanye didn't really do well.
It was top.
That could
10.
be like.
It was top 10. It's you play. You hear
No, it did well. It did well.
It didn't do those numbers
statistically, but like as far as like the people revered it, it didn't go that well.
It wasn't up to a usual standard. But again, that's like over the course of what 4 years since the invasion of privacy. That was her fourth best song. She had Please Me, she had WAP, she had what's it called? Up. So for that to be literally the fourth single, and still all of them is top 10, all of them got TikTok clout, all of them you're hearing outside. You've already built the basis of an album where you can kind of craft those other 9 to 13 songs to be whatever you want. I think that maybe, you know, we do know that there was a lot of different writers and people, but that also comes with, you know, interpolating different beats and different sounds. And we were talking offline, like, yo, Invasion of Privacy, you could still play most of the songs outside right now. It's going to get a reaction, a positive reaction. I think the bar is set high, but sometimes you got to take the chance. And like I said, the music, like WAP still fire. Sometimes you can listen to WAP, your toes might curl up, be like, "Oh, girl, you nasty thing." You
no, but I understand, because we live in a generation now. It's like if the music doesn't hit, that's why I'm low key excited for SZA's album, but I'm low key scared for her, because SZA is a lot of person who had a critically acclaimed classic album, and now I already know SOS comes out on Friday. It's going to be like, hold on. If this not hitting off the first, because you see how other people are. You see how they go for Drake's album, for other people. If shit not hitting off the first listen, they're not even giving you a week. Matter of fact, they might give you a week, but the positive reviews after a week is not going to be as loud as the negative reviews of that first listen on social media.
Well, if it's negative, if you need someone, never mind. Let me not say that out loud. If it's
the Lord.
If it's negative and you need someone to talk to, girl, I'll drop my number in the DMs.
Go get cut.
That's why I whisper. She don't ever listen to this part. Fuck out of here, snitch.
But yeah, but I can see that coming from that. That's why maybe that's why I can see why she's scared, because you come off a tremendous album like that, and then now the second one doesn't hit. It's not going to hit. As much as she think is going, it's probably won't do better than the first album.
There's no shock value, like you said. There's like, we've heard Cardi on so many different sounds. It's like you kind of almost expect. And you know what? I do miss gritty Cardi. I miss gritty, nasty Cardi. Suck his dick through his drawer. She said that shit, nigga. I ran that song about like 14 times. Like, what you say? Like, you just nasty as you want to be.
You want her filming videos in the Bronx again?
I don't mind that. Her verse and think about it. Her Shake It verse was fire. Her Tomorrow 2 verse might be female verse of the year, mainstream wise.
Oh yeah, that's a fact.
Think about it.
That's a fact.
I'm just like, you're in a position where, like, if numbers matter, you're going to get the numbers. You're in a position where you've created an aesthetic that whatever you talk about, people are paying attention to. No one's looking for you to be deep and introspective. If you think about her deep cuts where, like, the sing-songy, like, oh, be careful with me, you know, the shit with Kalani, like those records was hitting too. We haven't heard her with an R&B diva on her hook and since that album. So there's plenty of ways as an A&R you could deliver a great project, and you know what people want to hear, because all you gotta do is go on Twitter and TikTok. You know,
that's a fact.
And again, we're selling a lot of this media, music, movie shit. It doesn't sell off how good it is at first. It sells off personality and who you fuck with. We fuck with Cardi as a culture. We're going to listen to it. It's going to be enough. And it's probably one of those albums where there's something for everybody. And she'll throw, again, Cardi's probably one of the only artists in general where she's been in the industry, 5 years? How many misses does she have?
Only probably 1 or 2.
And even those misses, you going to hear outside. Remember, you get a Cardi, you get a Cardi feature. You might get mad at me. Cardi, I know it'd be group projects. She might be like the female equivalent to Drake. You get a Cardi feature, you know your shit going up.
Nah, Drake fuck with her.
Just saying.
I let that rock.
I'm just saying. Like, it's a matter of like, yo, you get Cardi on your song, niggas is gonna listen. Like, you gonna hear it, even if you're not.
I agree with you.
So that's why I'm just like, I get the anxiety about just being a creative and, you know, being sensitive about your shit. But at a point, you gotta drop something. Drop an EP. So I was about to say some wild shit. I was about to say, you're not gonna get so weedy out here.
Oh, don't do that to Sweetie. You feel me?
But that's
she released a new music out here. Shout out to Sweetie, though.
Shout out to her. But
I see you, baby.
But I'm saying, like, you can't. It's not like she's an assist. Like, your musical hype has died down. You feel me? Cardi gonna drop a song and it's gonna be an event. whether it's authentic streams or not. I'm not saying that she buys stream, but I'm saying like whether it's authentic or not, there's going to be a large portion of the community that's going to get behind it because every single she's dropped, like I said, the worst one was hot shit, and even so, that's some shit you might have had high hopes when it came out and then forgot about it, and you hear that shit outside, you're like, oh, this shit don't.
Yeah, that's something you hear in the club. You're gonna still bob your head to it.
That wasn't an everyday record. That was an I'm outside record. That shit came out. If it was summertime, like summer wasn't as expensive as it was, you would have heard that shit everywhere.
That's a fact.
So,
all right, you want to get into the next topic before we get to the song of the week?
Oh, I just talking about DC Films canceling all their movies apparently. So James Gunn, who directed Guardians of the Galaxy and the second Suicide Squad, he's a new president. Essentially, they canceled Wonder Woman with Gal Gadot. This Flash is about to be a one-off. They're getting rid of Aquaman and turning him into Lobo. They just brought back Henry Cavill and he's Superman just to not give him a movie apparently. They brought back Ben Affleck to not use him. They're pretty much rebooting the DC movie universe. Shazam, they're not giving him not Shazam, Black Adam, they're not giving him a second movie. So
wait, what the wait? Hold on. The fuck, DC? What? I didn't know.
Well, you gotta think about it like a corporate takeover. With a corporate takeover, when some new niggas come in, what do they do with the old plans? Half the time they scrap them.
I wasn't expecting to stay on this topic for too long, but okay, the Flash movie.
That nigga
get him out of here.
That nigga
that homie been wilding ever since the Justice League movie dropped. Aquaman movie was pretty good, and I thought they was going to replace Amber Heard with a decent actress.
Nah, they about
and Black Adam. I came on here and say Black Adam was a really great DC movie. Like I'm more of a DC TV show person. That Black Adam was really a great, and you have Shazam. You have the ability to put those two together in the future. What are you doing this hostile takeover? And how the hell you not gonna have Superman movie when you supposed to have them in Black Adam too?
Hey, I'm not just here to report the news.
You see, this is what happens. Marvel was dropping the ball. And y'all finally got the ball in the court. Y'all made 1 point, and then y'all go turn over the ball again. Because I'm telling you right now, the shit that Marvel about to come out with in the next few years, DC, y'all better buckle yourselves if y'all don't get y'all shit together.
They about to smoke their boots. But I mean, if you really think about it, I think, and this is just my nerd mind going, I would reintroduce the Justice League. I would start with Justice League again, but I would do it right. I think that what they had was the opportunity to establish that Justice League movie because the casting, DC casting, be elite outside of the Flash. Because I felt like Ezra Miller was a wild, because of all iterations of Barry Allen, he ain't never looked like Ezra Miller. But I think
they should have got the Barry Allen from the TV show.
I would have accepted that. I think he was too small though. I think they wanted like just a bigger, like more muscular looking guy. But okay. I feel like if they start with because it's like you can say, if I bring back Henry Cavill and Ben Affleck, right, and I reset that universe and Gal Gadot,
they could get rid of Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck
I like this
a good Batman to me.
I feel like Robert Pattinson wouldn't make sense because he's still a young Batman. So that's why I'm saying like.
But Robert Pattinson, but I like the. Now I don't know
his movie was great. His movie was great.
Range. The movie. I don't know how many movies that they're going to give him, but in about two Batman movies, you let Robert Pattinson mature in that, he'd be good for a Justice League one.
It also would be interesting to see a young Batman in the Justice League, or like I've been Batman for 7 years. Superman has been, and it's like Henry Cavill and Robert Pattinson could work, but I think if they start, because if you just do a Crisis on Infinite Earths type story where you bring all these different characters from different universes, and then you can kind of sprinkle in some backstory. The beautiful part is they have HBO Max, similar to how Disney Plus is using like their TV shows to flesh out characters. You can develop characters on a smaller screen because a lot of people prefer to stream shows as opposed to go to the movies now. Like you can build that world that way. I wouldn't be mad if they started with it just like over, but I'm like, you got people invested in some of these actors. I think Henry Cavill being Superman, an older Superman. Robert Pattinson as a...
They went crazy when he showed up in the end of Black Adam.
You're like, Black Adam, we need to talk. Like, that shit was lit. So, I mean, I don't know. I think that everything is driven by a dollar. And you would say, historically, DC with Batman and Superman, like, those are characters that you think when it comes to Marvel. Like, remember the Avengers were, I don't want to sound blasphemous, but at the time were C-level heroes unless you actually read comics. You got who were the main Marvel heroes? Spider-Man, Wolverine, niggas who Marvel didn't have the rights to. Like, we just got...
Yeah, because nobody was really bumping Captain America and stuff like that crazy.
Yeah, like you said, Captain America, Iron Man, Thor, who else? Hulk. Like, Hulk was probably the most famous out of all three of them, if you really think about it, from a general media perspective. So, Robert Downey Jr. made Iron Man pop, if we keep it in a stack. He was big in the comics, but, like, for the average consumer, that's what made them seem more important than, they were at the moment. So if we can, if DC can do something where it's like, yo, you make us invested in these characters, or you find actors that really embody and let the director tell their story. I think that was a big problem. They weren't letting directors tell their stories because the Snyder Cut was awesome. I fucking loved it. But I hope they figure it out.
Yeah, DC dropped the ball again once you actually had the ball on your court this time. The World Cup, what's your thoughts? I don't really know. U.S. got kicked out. Apparently, I keep forgetting how big football is in the world, because motherfuckers at my job talking about it. I'm like, wait, y'all niggas really? Every week they come up with new updates about the World Cup. I'm like, yo, niggas really fuck with soccer like this? Not my fault. Football like this?
I used to feel this way. I guess working in like a mixed neighborhood, like I really see kids that really fuck with soccer, and it made me pay attention. Like we was watching it in class type shit, and I started, like, I guess over years of just vaguely watching and paying attention, I kind of understand how the game is played. So it was enjoyable. I had group chats going with some of my friends about, like, the different matches and stuff. And it's like, it's really an artistic game. When you think about the level of discipline to be running for fucking 90 minutes and,
niggas got stamina.
Not use your
Don't
hands.
Don't let them catch your bitch.
I'm about
she
to
ain't
say,
never leaving.
She ain't gonna get a chance. They're gonna run them down. They catching them, hand to foot coordination. She want a nigga that lays for an hour. You could have her. Nah, I'm sorry. Technically, I'm gonna say too much cardio kills testosterone. They might not be getting it up. So let's keep that. Let's throw that out there in case they want to go, have a soccer nigga. But neither here nor there. Like, it has been enjoyable. Like, I've seen, you see France, you see Mbappe, you see, like, I think this is like Lionel Messi's last one. You seen Ronaldo, the guys who we've heard about. Like I said, we're not natural soccer watchers, but we've heard about as being like the greats in the sport. So it's been interesting to watch it, interesting to understand it, and I think that there is a push to try to, make soccer bigger in America. Shout out to Team USA. They were this was the youngest team they ever sent, and you saw like it was.
And we did good.
Yeah, and you saw like what was it? Like they didn't have a prop. There was no, I don't want to say no star, but there was no guy that's like, all right, I need a goal, go get it. It was like a lot of talent. Like a lot of B play. It's like the Knicks. It's a lot of mid, like a lot of solid mid. Not like the Knicks. I'm sorry. Let's not do that because them niggas fucking suck. But what's the team that has a lot? That's like probably one piece away.
The Grizzlies, but Grizzlies got Ja though.
I'm gonna say they got
outside of Ja. So they got a pretty decent team though.
It was the Grizzlies if Ja wasn't there. Like they would have great players nonetheless, but there's no superstar that you're going to put out there that's going to get the job done. But shout
out to Japan. Also, I don't know if you ever saw the anime that just came out. It's called Blue Lock. You should check that out. It's an anime where they try to find like the best striker, which is a position, which is the person that mostly scored the goals in soccer. So they kind of like get like over 400 people in the anime, 400 strikers. They lock them in this facility and break them into groups and then go against each other in competitions and stuff like that. So it's kind of like they're trying to base it off of the World Cup. But shout out to Japan too, because Japan really put it on for them too. So I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna watch it. You feel me? Even though none of my teams that I really fuck with is out there like that though. But
I respect it.
Niggas going crazy though. I didn't know it was crazy until I saw niggas at the airport. I'm not like that's when I realized it. I think what was the airport in Peru or Argentina or whatnot, where the person is checking their bags, bro. And the security guard look at it, and then niggas score the goal. The security guard jumping up and down. I'm like, yo, a nigga could have came through with a whole 30-pack
with the heater wallet. But nah, bro. Going back to the anime point, y'all finally started getting back into my animes. That Bleach Blood War, bro, 1,000-Year Blood War, that shit going stupid, dog.
Oh yeah.
And then
And the anime.
I started, I'm catching back up on My Hero. I was like, I read the manga because I was like seeing some shit animated. Like my son Deku got Black Whip now. I was like, oh my nigga, outside. I gotta.
He's gonna get more.
I know he about to get Flow. I saw it on YouTube, but I gotta catch back up. I heard Chainsaw Man is fire. I gotta watch that. Heard that shit is.
Oh yeah, the chainsaw. Yeah, that shit fire. That nigga got a whole big ass chainsaw in front of his face. He got the chainsaw arms, slicing through niggas.
Nah, I was watching the Inuyasha sequel for a while, but I fell off with that. I'm waiting.
The new one?
Yeah, Yashahime.
Yeah.
And for all y'all, like, they talking about anime. Shut up, because when it come to Halloween, y'all all be trying to do Bulma titties and all that other stuff. So cut it out. Anime's popping now. Remember when the girls used to make fun of us for watching anime and shit? Shaking my head.
Now they're like, I need a guy who watch anime. Nah, wait. What?
Anime and chill. Like, when did this? No, fuck you, no. But nah, yeah, I'm back on my anime wave. I gotta still watch that time I got reincarnated as Islam. I'll be having my students send me like anime lists, but I gotta sit down and really.
Oh yeah, that shit fire.
I gotta watch some shit. But I think we're ready for Song of the Week. Let's get them. We had them here for hours.
All right. If you are watching this on YouTube, please exit and go to one of your favorite streaming platforms, whether that is Stitcher, Spotify, Apple, you name it. We are on there, and you can go listen to our Song of the Week, or you can go to our Apple Music playlist and listen to our previous Song of the Week. Oh, that was Babyface Ray featuring Lil Durk. But that's not what you're here for. You're here for the people's choice, the people's favorite, Slick. Drop it.
I can be toxic, but so what? You gonna love it here. Shit, fuck is you talking about? We have fun over here. It's very fun here.
And it's fun indeed. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the TSA, the Toxic Service Announcement. All right, no special guests this week, just Slick and I holding us down. And we got a couple of stuff that we wanted to talk about this week. We've been kind of on a mature level this episode, nothing too toxic. So maybe we might be as toxic as we usually are. This week, I want to discuss what's some of your non-sexual act of intimacy that you want from your partner?
Non-sexual acts of intimacy. I can't say she when she's sucking dick. Damn.
Nope.
Damn, what do I say? Nah.
Damn. Side note, I hope y'all niggas don't mind that I'm sniffing my nose in this bitch over here. I hope don't go to the audio experience. We'll continue though.
I couldn't even tell. I thought you was doing cocaine. Anyways, no, I think hand holding. I enjoy conversations. I think open and honest conversations. I think that they go a long way for me. Because I feel like once you can't be honest with me, I tune out. Like I genuinely stop caring. And I guess that might be bad, but like once, like I guess it goes back to that respect thing we said earlier. So if I know you respect me and we can have those conversations, and it's like it'd be some regular shit, but like I know if I really fuck with you, I'm not going to withhold information from a story, even if it's some embarrassing shit. I'm gonna tell you. You feel me? Type shit. I'm not that self-conscious with it because I'm like I'm typically kind of open with my partner when we being intimate. I think putting me on to shit that you like and shit that I mean putting you on to shit that I like is dope too. When you actually like giving it a fair shot, as opposed to just like, nah, I don't fuck with that. Like I don't fuck with musicals, but when I dated girls that were into it, I would go to them and I would watch them. Maybe that's some trauma I picked up from it, but nah, I'm lying. I don't like musicals because of Tyler Perry. But I will immerse myself in stuff that I might have thought was stupid or overrated. Once I've experienced it, I have enjoyed it, and vice versa. Just being like, yo, let me put you onto this right quick, and then that becoming like a part of like their routine and shit that they do. Non-sexual acts of intimacy, dancing. I don't dance, but like I think dancing is very attractive. It does a lot for me when a woman dances. I approve that her being able to dance is a great outlet for me. Being like, oh, you popping, like you fun. Even
pole dance. You know how to pole dance?
Nah, not even like. I like side note, one of my favorite songs is Beyonce Dance For You, but I think just that intimacy of like just dancing, even like if we dancing goofing around, like dancing salsa, dancing merengue, dancing bachata, dancing, we dance. I don't know how to dance compa, but I can learn, like, just things like that, like being able to be, cause I feel like when you dance with your partner and y'all really vibing, it don't matter, like you can have no rhythm by yourself and then you start dancing with your partner and it's just like, oh shit, that energy is like, you can't beat that. You feel me?
That's a fact.
I'm trying to think. Non-sexual acts.
I got one.
What?
I love when the girl makes me her little spoon. Oh my God. A girl being a big spoon and she wrap her arms around you, my nigga, you just feel like, oh, you feel so protected. You be like, oh, bitch, you really love me. You feel me? Like, you feel me? She wrapped around you. You feel me? Like, she just kind of like holding you in her arms. Oh, nigga, I'm sleeping. Thumb in the mouth.
You know what? Another, like, if we in the same party, but say, or we somewhere in the same space, but it's like, you know, we interact with other people and some wild shit happen, you just make those looks. Like, you be looking across the room or shit, like, or like texting across the room on some real shit, like I'm really next to you. Like, I think that shit is fire. Like, these niggas is crazy, but you can't really say it out loud. Like, this nigga lying.
And also what you said too, reassurance. Oh my God. Like, when I think reassurance, I think a lot of women crave that from guys, but guys do crave reassurance from their lady as well. When you know she's your lady, something about that builds intimacy, and I love it. Like, when you know what I mean by reassurance. Like,
yeah, like
she could be the baddest. Everybody's checking for her, but she got eyes only for you.
That's a fact. Because like I can big you up. It builds you up because you know that's one less stress that you got to worry about. Once she for everybody, it's kind of like, all right, that shit doesn't help me.
Or she can flaunt, like, get in raps in other people's, or she gets raps in attention. That stuff is not good. But like when she provides you with reassurance, when you can like what you said, believe the words that coming out her mouth, because we all know men lie, women lie. You feel me? So when you can really believe in what your partner say and know that's the truth, and you don't have to second guess it. It's not like, okay, you take the word and then you sit with it and then you got to go question it. Like, I can't stand that. But when she could tell you something and you can believe it, shit in me, mama, you got it. You got it, girl. You got it.
Yeah, no, that's 100% Fendi. It's like just being able to trust the words that's coming out your mouth and just know, like, you're not just saying shit. Or you know what it is too. I feel like women, like with their man, they definitely do believe the shit that they telling you, but they have like this ability to turn off the fuckery. You feel me? So they remove their fuckery. So they're telling you how they feel, but it's like they detach. I guess it's like that. How we go back to like that accountability. Like, accountability is sexy to me. You be like, yeah, I fucked up, like dead ass. Like, or you know. Just being able to look you in your eyes and tell you some shit. Like, I think that's...
Okay, but we got to put a warning on that, though. Accountability is sexy when she does it, but if it's a reoccurring thing where she got to keep...
Yeah, nah. Then you just say, like, all right, this might not go, or this not it.
You feel me? It's like, how many times you gonna fuck up, man?
Like, bro, why are we still dealing with the same shit from 6 years ago? Come on, my nigga, because it's the shoes of the other foot. That's a headache. But nah, like, I definitely feel like honestly, the non-sexual acts of intimacy are definitely more important because sex can be had. Chemistry is not exclusive to one person. And I think that's one thing that, like, people get mad, like, oh, like, you following somebody. Like, chemistry is real. But it's like, it's those little things that keep you going for 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, 50, and a lifetime of love. Because, like, you have those things
because with sex, right? With sex, you can have, within that first, 3 to 6 months of y'all having sex, it's going to be incredible. Oh, my God, y'all can't keep your hands off of each other. But it's going to be a time where you're not going to want it every single day. Then that's when really... what else there is in this relationship that happens.
That's a fact. That's definitely
because a lot of times, and that's why a lot of y'all are in situations and y'all would never evolve into an actual relationship because y'all don't really have anything outside of the toxicity and the sexual acts.
I'm about to say,
can I actually indulge in your personality? Can I be there with you? Also, what's the non-sexual intimacy of meaning of being quiet when we watch this? Can I be in your space without you nagging me? Okay. Can you sit on the end of the couch and I can sit on the end of the couch and we can just vibe out? Whether you're on your phone or I'm on the Switch or whatever.
Yeah, like everybody.
Can we do that?
You're not doing something. I'm not doing nothing. We just in a space. It's fine. Like, you don't have to worry about me being over here doing some dickhead shit. I don't think you want no dumbass shit. Like, we're just vibing in the space. You're 100% right.
Yeah, so I mean, I like that, but definitely big spoon. I love it when the shorty play the big spoon. And then that can go into sexual act. Because when she wrap her arms around you, then she can just go over there and do the twisty turn. Let's go to the next topic.
Relax, young fella.
All right, do you want to get serious or you want to keep it playful?
Either way, I don't care.
All right, so let's get a little serious before we turn. I've been thinking a lot lately, Slick, with our conversation, especially our pre-production conversation, we really need to kill the notion of I'm the prize mentality.
Nigga, you say this shit every episode.
Don't do that. See, the reason why I'm saying it now is a lot of women, even guys, are starting to, oh, I'm the prize. And it's like, y'all don't want to be the prize unless both of y'all are the prize in the relationship. Because I feel like, what do you do with prizes, Slick? You acquire them, lock them up, and go search for more prizes. That's why
I might show it off a little bit for a little minute, depending.
That's why we have how many seasons of the NFL? They win the championship. They're not done forever. They come right back again trying to win it again. You feel me?
That's true. I agree with you. I feel like a lot of it is just like, it's defensive. It's like, how you going to be the prize if I'm the prize? And like narcissism and, trying to like, not shield, but you're creating like a space to be like, yo, now I matter. Because when you say somebody's the prize, you're assuming like, well, if you're the prize, I have to win you or I'm competing for you. I don't like that narrative. Mm-hmm. I don't want to make you feel like, and I have had narcissism where I've made women compete or I've been a member of the competing party trying to get a woman. And it's like, it does happen that way. My thing was always like, I'm trying to keep it as real as possible. Maybe in my younger days, I had it wasn't the easiest thing, but like now if I found myself in a situation like, or prior to my relationship now, I definitely was open and honest about what I was doing for the most part, if I saw it that way, unless it was just like one of those attraction things. But then again, you got to be on the same page for that. You feel me? Like the prize is, and unfortunately, it can be taken some way. Like the prize can be the person that likes the person the least, if that makes sense. Like, oh, I don't like you as much as you like me, but you working for it, and I'm enjoying that attention. And energy, it's so many layers and levels to it. So I agree with you. We have to get rid of that notion of the prize and just go for what you like. And I think, as we're in our big age, getting to our big age at least, it's like, all right, I like you. I like this. Why we have to play these games? You feel me? So, I don't know. I think prize that.
And that, you know what? We got to start being honest, even though it's going to be a lot of uncomfortable conversation. Because you know what, as guys, and I realize why certain situationships last for more than 6 months or a year. It's because deep down inside, you do not really want to be with that person.
That's a fact.
To be honest with you, be simple, clear cut as possible. That person don't want to be with you in that certain light. You can fix it however you want. Or I'm not ready for what it is. I'm not in a position in life to handle this. No, you don't want to be with that person because I gave you your dream shorty right then and there. You're going to do whatever you can do to make sure you lock that person down, man or woman.
That's a fact.
And the thing with the prize that always gets me is, oh, I'm the prize. Okay, but do you make that person feel wanted? And I don't.
Oh, you cut out. What you said? Oh no, we lost you. Uh-oh. While he's going through his While he's going through his technical difficulties, I guess I'll jump back in till we can hear him again. But yeah, I think like kind of like what you were saying, like that prize idea is definitely it doesn't get us anywhere. And then half the time people just hollering at the prize, that's an issue of self-worth. They're trying to get the point off that they're the prize. They're announcing it like they want somebody to see them as such. But if nobody sees you as the prize, they're never going to see your value. Nope, still can't. Yeah, he's back now. But yeah, like the prize, like like I said, people holler and hoot and holler about being the prize. I think that's like trying to get somebody's attention, or it's a battle of self-worth. Like you gotta know you worth shit before you start, trying to tell somebody else you worth shit. You can't find your value in somebody else or somebody else's opinion of you. So I'd be like,
now let's get a little serious. Like I sent this video on TikTok. Shorties are no longer asking for the visual recordings of intercourse now. They want this. You want to play this for the video I sent through TikTok?
It would be so awesome. It would be so cool.
And ladies, trust me on this. After you do it, randomly text him while he at work, tell him to put his AirPod in, and tell him what timestamp to go to in the recording. Thank me later.
It would be so awesome.
Damn, so for those of y'all that weren't
I
aware,
think
They trying to send a little sex tape to their man and let you listen to the audio while you at work.
So it's no more. It's an audio sex tape now. It's a podcast experience. Hold on, what's your thoughts on that, Shorty? If Shorty hit you up like, yo, go to minute 4:36.
That's it's cool. I mean, I'm not going front. I don't feel. I don't even know if I could even speak on this topic right now. I guess I would say like I'm not jacking the whole sexual messages thing right now. I don't know. It's not my thing. Right?
If you start hearing a bowl of macaroni.
No, but I'm saying like I'm just saying for
you're not like
for my own sanity and shit right now. Like I'm not really jacking it, but I ain't gonna go into it. Why not? But like I mean, at the time, like if I'm in the zone for it, like I'm definitely with. Like I think that could be fire. Like the idea of it, but I don't know. I'm just I don't know. I'm not really, and I guess. I'm trying to figure out how to word it. I guess like, yo, if it was to happen, that's fire. But I mean, I'm not really thinking about.
Well, my lady, you can send me that bowl of macaroni and cheese. I'll be thankful and grateful.
I'm not saying I wouldn't be thankful for it. I'm just like, I'm not in the space to enjoy that right now, I guess. But in general terms, like, yeah, like I was always big on the videos and shit like that. Like that was my shit. I'm trying to grow as a person, nigga. I'm trying to, But
nigga, this is the toxic segment.
It is
nigga.
toxic.
We had the first 30 minutes of this damn episode being mature. If you don't talk about fingering coochie, sucking titties and all that, get in your bag, nigga.
I'm chilling.
Keep that mature shit for the beginning of this episode.
I'm chilling right now. I'm not saying this. I'm like, it could be fire, but I'm like, all right, that's great. Cool story, bro.
You're not going to send her an audio clip of you nutting?
Nah, that's weird. That's not my Steve.
And then let her hear the nut drop on a surface.
And that shit get on my phone, I'm gonna be tight. So no.
no, not on your phone, but
No, I'm good.
You kind of while you recording it, you let the nut hit whatever surface that you nutting on. What?
I'm A-okay, my sir. I'm A-okay. You can have.
Oh, fuck,
I'm sorry. I'm just not.
You're not gonna spice it up. You feel me?
I'm not saying I'm not spicy. I just said in this current phase I'm in right now, I'm not really checking for that.
This nigga really about self-improvement out. This nigga.
I'm with the nasty shit, but I'm also like right now. Like I'm not in the headspace to like I can't tap into that right now. I don't know, but I'm saying in general, like shit like that is fire to me. Like I'm not gonna lie, but I'm like right now, just like I don't really have an answer.
Nah, girl. So you feel me? I love you to send me a couple minutes of the macaronian. You feel me? A little. You feel me? A little soft moan. Nothing too crazy. I'm not a big crazy, moan person like that. But a little soft, little moan. Why are you doing it? And then you say a little daddy in it. That's the sweet spot, and I'm gonna come home and tear that ass up. You feel me, Papa? I'm gonna tear that ass up, okay? I don't know what Slick on his whole powerful, Negro spiritual. You feel me? A Million Man March.
All I said was I didn't have an answer for it. Like it could be.
No, brother. Be the positive. Don't worry. This is the toxic segment. Let me thrive here, okay? Let me thrive here, brother. Moment. Go be the 100-man black man. Supporting the nation, raising black successful men. You feel me? What's
for fun.
Jack and Jill. You could be part of Jack and Jill. Shit that's going.
You're getting me tight. Now we need another topic.
Dark side with the shadows. When niggas is out here putting peanut butter on nipples out here and putting mouse traps on them. You feel me? I'm with the demons and goblins on this side. You hear me?
Whatever, nigga.
You know what Uncle Charlotte said. I need to do that one time when you bend a girl over, dump her head in some water, and then put some Noxzema on her ass and let the wind hit it. Let you get the cool breeze. I'm with the demons and goblins. Okay, you can be the light. I'll be the shadow. You heard?
Oh my God! Whatever, nigga.
I think that's a great way to end it. Yeah. Please follow us on all social media. This might not go well. If you have any branding deals, business opportunities, please email us at thismightnotgo@gmail.com. I'm the host with the most, B-Breeze, a.k.a. Poppy Sazon.
It's your boy Slick. Y'all be great. We'll see y'all soon. We out.
Try Tell them we up next, you can't stop that. This your favorite podcast. Every show is lit, baby. You know what we finna do. Slick gon' talk that slick talk, he gon' get political. Do not switch topics, niggas is toxic. Poppy shots don't always saying something wrong, but if you don't like it, what we saying, nigga, oh well. We try to tell you, baby, this might not go well. This might not go. Hey, that's it. One take. We're not even doing it again. Keep that. That's the one.